I want to know what really makes you tick.
Ooh. I'll tell you what really makes me tick, and I'll go a bit vague on this. What makes me tick is living a life that demonstrates my values to me and everybody else.
What are your values?
So my values are not things like honesty, integrity, and things like that. I think those are traits that I try and live by.
Mm-hmm.
But values are the things that I think about a lot, the things that I could talk about without any, like I could talk about something for days, things that I read about, that I watch, that I listen to, that I do without needing incentivized. So for me, business is actually one of those things.
Passionate about them.
Passionate about things that I could spend hours talking about, things that I talk about without even being invited to talk about it. Mm-hmm. One of my highest values is randomly football. I love football. I didn't do it for a bit. It's one of those things that when you're building a business, you think you have to sacrifice. Oh, I can't go to football anymore. It's work. You can't do those things. You can't watch. Oh, you're a businessman that watches TV. You can't be serious. Hang on, you don't get up before 5 a.m. Are you a serious businessman? I've done all that. Yeah. I've sacrificed all of that. And then just, that's how mental it is. Someone come to an event upstairs in the classroom. As soon as they mention where they're from, I'll mention like, oh, who's the best player that's played for them? They're like, Paul, I don't even like football. I'm like, tough shit, I do. So football's one of them. Combat sports will be one of them. Being on stage, showing off is one of them. Like, I've got no problem saying that. So even in business now, when I'm in business, I've built the entire thing, not necessarily be profitable. I mean, we're a profitable business and I love it. But it's the task that I do inside of the business that I love the most. Mm-hmm. So I tend to do nothing but talk. I do a little bit of writing in my daily email, but I love doing that as well. But talking, passing on my experience, my knowledge, my lived experiences, talking about myself, coaching people, mentoring people, that's the shit that lights me up inside. That's the shit that I would probably do even if I didn't get paid for it. Yeah. Like, I've just accepted a gig there, and he couldn't believe that. The guy that was in before, he was like, I'll be honest with you, my budget's not massive. It's a big opportunity for me. It's in a big theatre in Sunderland. I was like, mate, I'll do it for free. He was like, really? I was like, it's a local gig. Loads of business owners there. And I love being on stage. Like, I don't normally it's mad this. I get flown all over the world to talk, and I never, ever even get considered for anything local. I do realise that I've got a potty mouth. I do realise that I don't have much of a filter, but I'm also like, you're flying this guy. I'm better than him. It drives me insane a little bit. So when he was like, Paul, do you want to open the event? Yes. That balled it at the last one. I was like, you want me to open the event? Hell yeah, I'll do it for free.
Wow.
How many dicks do I have to suck? I'm joking.
Are you though?
But yeah, I mean, I would. Scared to try it in case I like it, actually. But it's that. So my values are, I suppose, impacting people. I love. A friend of mine died a couple of years ago, and I really struggled with it. He was a barber, Toni the barber, legend of South Shields. Toni, Alan Stone. Madly enough, his cousin was a famous footballer. He's assistant manager at Everton.
Ooh.
Is Everton your team or is Liverpool your team? Or neither?
2 teams in Liverpool and Liverpool reserves.
So his cousin is assistant manager at Everton, Steve Stone he's called. Anyway, Stoney died, and I really struggled with it. I'm actually blessed and lucky enough. I haven't actually experienced much death. I've been to 3 funerals ever.
Wow.
Isn't that mad? So he died, and he was the same age as me, kids the same age as mine. Nina went to school with his son. I'd seen him 2 days before. He opened his shop illegally to cut me hair and do me beard because I was on a podcast or something. And he just dropped dead. And I was like, I struggled with it. And a mentor that I had at the time was like, Paul, there must be some kind of gift in this for you. I was like, well, it's fucking death. There's no gift.
Yeah. And
then I realised one thing I learned from Stoney was that every time I seen him, he was the best part of my day. No matter what had happened. Like, I loved seeing him. You'd bump into him. And you'd be like buzzing to see him because he had that much energy about him. I like to think that when I learned that from him, one of my values is just you have an opportunity to have an impact on. You leave an imprint on someone every time you see them.
Good or bad?
Good or bad. So I suppose that's one of my values, impacting people.